I'm Samantha Drugel.
And I'm Megan Kane. Welcome to the 16th Lotus Leaf Live broadcast here at the high school, where we'll be discussing the news every Friday.
This week we'll be giving you the latest school updates, as well as featuring some fellow students.
Today is Friday, January 28th, 2022, and this is Lotus Leaf Live.
On January 24th, Lotus Leaf was alerted by two anonymous sources, both MPS retirees, that they received a letter from the district. This letter alerted them of a data breach, including their full name and social security number, as well as any actions to take to prevent further compromising of this data, which many believed the letter was fake. Thanks to Superintendent Dr. Julie Everly, we were able to confirm the same night that these letters were credible and sent from Monroe Public Schools. The letters were reportedly sent due to the sophisticated cyber attack that occurred in June. This past Tuesday, I talked with Dr. Julie Everly to hear what she had to say.
We've had a lot of conversation with our retirees about it, and it's what made it tricky is that when an organization experiences a breach like that, they have to contract with a company to do the letters and offer the service of the credit monitoring. And, so it makes the letter look different. People are accustomed to Monroe Public Schools mailings looking a certain way, and we're really proud of that. So we understand that, that letter, stating that it was from Monroe Public Schools, but looking a little bit different has caused some concern.
Stay tuned in the upcoming weeks for a full cybersecurity package.
Reminder that NHS hours are due this Friday, the 28th. Forms can be found as well as turned in at Mr. Steele's room in B218. Reminder that once these forms are filled out, they can be turned in on Google Classroom or at Mr. Steele's room.
The MHS Interact is looking for members. The Remind code is 8101 at MHSINT. The Google Classroom code is F2KAMFH. Their meetings are held after school each Wednesday in C110 until 3 p.m.
MHS Assistant Principal Jen Furkis shared in a message the state of the lunchroom. Current lunches are messy, with trash being left behind and masks and shields on the floor. We try to give you as much room to eat and socialize without getting too much in your space, but we need you to be responsible for that area. If we continue to find the cafeteria messy, we will need to have assigned seats and possibly even dismissed by table, stated Furkis in an email. She also shared that as of now, both the boys' and girls' bathrooms outside of the commons will be closed during all of the lunches. Staff have found vapes, food in toilets, and trash on the floor. Students will need to use the restroom closest to their classroom and go on the passing time before or after their lunch if needed.
Former administrative assistant Tammy Massengale recently retired, with Christian Horn filling in the spot on Wednesday. We interviewed her so that you can meet the newest face at the main office. Check it out.
Okay, so you just started today?
Just this morning, yes.
And what position do you hold?
Administrative assistant in the main office.
And what does administrative assistant do?
Basically find subs for the classrooms, if the teachers are out, answer phone calls, and so far that's been my day. So,
And what are your plans for the future?
to stay here and learn this job and enjoy summers off.
A North Carolina man said that the lottery numbers that earned him a $4 million prize from a Mega Millions drawing came from an unusual source, a fortune cookie. Gabriel Fierro, 60, of Cornelius, told North Carolina education lottery officials he bought his ticket for Tuesday's Mega Millions drawing online, and he used the numbers from a fortune cookie he got while dining with his wife at the Red Bull Asian Bistro in Charlotte.
The body of the boy who went missing on the MSU campus in late October was allegedly found last Friday. The body was recovered from the Red Cedar River and is believed to be Brendan Santo, though it still awaits positive identification. The MSU police have stated that it is an open, active investigation, but that we still have no reason to believe foul play is involved or that Brendan intended to harm himself.
We will be visiting varsity home games and meets to catch footage of all MHS sports as they come. Now, here's Tristan Mann with this week's sports update.
I'm Tristan Mann, keeping you up to date on all MHS athletics. Here's what you need to know on this weekly sports update. The limit on spectators at all MHS sporting events will continue. Each athlete is allowed to have 2 spectators come with them. The mask mandate for spectators will also continue. Girls varsity basketball had their senior night on Tuesday against Ann Arbor Huron. They finished the game with a winning shot made by Maddie Farinars. The final score is 51-50. Their next game is tonight at home against Bedford. Boys varsity basketball played Ann Arbor Huron on Tuesday night. They lost with a score of 55-69. They have an away game tonight against Bedford. The varsity gymnastics team have their next competition on Wednesday, February 2nd, at Coldwater High School. Varsity cheer has a competition tomorrow morning away against Pinckney High School. Boys varsity hockey had a home game on Wednesday against New Boston Huron. They have a game tomorrow morning at home against Ann Arbor Huron. Boys varsity swimming had a meet on Thursday night against Lincoln High School. The varsity bowling teams competed on Wednesday against Bedford. They compete next Monday against Lincoln High School. Boys varsity wrestling had a meet on Wednesday night against Ann Arbor Huron. Their next meet is Friday the 4th. That's all we have for you on this week's sports update. Be sure to check in next week with more updates and highlights.
This past week, 2 celebrities passed one day apart from each other. Here to talk more about it is Drake Carr.
Hi, I'm Drake Carr, and this past week, singer and actor Meatloaf and comedian Louis Anderson both passed.
Meatloaf was widely known for his music and was famously known for his classic debut album, Bat Outta Hell. He was also famous for the role as Eddie in the movie adaptation of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It was confirmed that on January 20th he had passed due to complications with COVID at the age of 74. Louis Anderson was a famous comedian and actor, featuring in famous classic movies like Coming to America and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It was confirmed that he passed on January 21st from lymphoma at the age of 68.
Rest in peace, this is Drake Carr signing out.
I sat down with MHS student Brandon Miller to talk to him about his small business. He made me this cow. Anyways, here's that video. Hi, I'm Megan Kane. I'm here with Brandon Miller, who is a small business owner at our school. Brandon, do you want to say some stuff about yourself?
Hi, I'm Brandon Miller. I'm a sophomore and I make little crocheted stuffed animals.
So when did you start crocheting?
I started crocheting January of 2020, so last year.
Wow, really recent, and you're already that good.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to learn. It's pretty easy.
So how did you go about learning? Did you watch videos? How did you learn how to do this?
I learned through YouTube videos and it took me about a month.
Wow, really? It's so impressive.
Thank you.
So what gave you the idea to start crocheting?
Honestly, the movie Coraline.
Really?
The scene with the doll.
That is so
I
cool.
wanted to make a doll and crocheting seemed easiest.
So did you start with making the doll?
Yeah, I used to make dolls for a minute, but then I switched to this because it's cuter.
Cuter? So what's your favorite animal to make?
My favorite animal to make would probably be my otters, just because they're so they come out so cute.
And out of these, what's the hardest one to make for you?
Definitely the cows.
The cows?
They take forever, but
Yeah,
they're
there's
so
probably a
worth
lot
it.
that goes into that.
But they are worth it.
Yeah. So how much time a day do you spend on making these crocheted animals?
Well, it depends on how busy my day is, but when I do make things, I would say about 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours a day.
Yes.
Wow. So how long does it take you to make the cow?
The cow is around 3 to 4, depending on the technicalities.
4 hours on the cow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. And you said how much do you charge for the cows?
Around 20 to 25, depending on what it takes.
So how did you get the idea to start selling? You started selling at the school, right? Or
Yes.
just to your friends?
Just a school. So on my public Instagram, I originally made a little post saying, if I sold these, would you guys buy them? And a lot of people said yes. So I made an Instagram and orders started flooding in, and it was pretty nice.
Do you ever feel like overwhelmed with orders, or do you have like a good system now?
I have a good system. It's sometimes custom orders can get overwhelming, but when I have things already made, it's way easier.
Yeah.
So I can just give it to them.
So Brandon, what's the name of your brand? Do you have like a brand, a logo?
Well, my brand name is just Brandon Attic. It's a name I came up with years ago. I forgot when. And my little logo is just a V because it's my most iconic thing I make, I'd say.
So you sell on Instagram, right?
Yes, I currently sell on Instagram. All you have to do is just message me if you want something, and I can deliver it to you at school.
Okay, so that's how you get your orders is through Instagram.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be sure of his Instagram. So if you're interested, you can look there. So do you have any plans for the future of expanding your business, maybe going online, maybe setting up a shop?
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna get an Etsy soon, later on, like next month, and it'll spiral from there.
That'll be so exciting. So you'll be able to do orders outside of just local in Monroe.
Yes.
Wow, that is so cool. So do you think you'll just stay in like Michigan, or do you think you'll expand out?
Probably the whole United States.
That is so cool. Wow, your cows are gonna be all over the United States.
I know.
That's so awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Brandon.
Yeah.
Everyone, we will put his Instagram, we will link it, so if you're interested, you know how to reach him.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Well, that's all we have time for today. Join us next week when our social media editor forces Sam to play Five Nights at Freddy's.
We will continue to keep our social media website updated during these fast-changing times. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media at Lotus Leaf Live. You can read the full stories and more on our website, lotusleaflive.com. I'm Samantha Drugel.
And I'm Megan Kane. We hope everyone is staying safe, and we will see you next week.
Thanks for watching.